Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 118. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica.
I'm having problems with my wheel. Okay. I am Allena, also known as Starnits on Ravelry and Instagram and anywhere else. This is our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, thank you for watching. If you're a returning listener, thanks for coming back.
Yep. So, grab your knitting or crochet or spinning or whatever you're doing or not doing and craft along with us. Any mojo?
No.
Since last time? Okay, I do. I finished Cecil, the monster I was making for Trubin. I couldn't grab it to show you because he loves it and he sleeps with it. Sorry. Wow. I had it all set up too. It jumped out of my hands. Okay.
Be free, little cell phone, be free.
So that's Cecil. He's green and red and has one little snaggletooth. He's pretty big. There's Trubin with him.
Aw, Troopy got a haircut.
Yeah. He, I gave it to him in the morning and he was so excited. And he carried that thing around. He took it outside playing with him. He showed it to the neighbors. It had, pills on it. By the time he came home that night, it, looked like it was not brand new.
That's funny.
Oh, wow, it's loved, so. But, he really likes it. So, that made me happy. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I finished. Whips.
Okay, so because you are the best mom ever, I was feeling guilty and I pulled out Charmander to work on him.
Good job.
A little bit. So I did his stomach thing.
Good job.
It's yellow in the picture, and I started his tail.
Yay.
While cardio knitting on Monday, which we'll talk about on gym, but Bella saw that I pulled it out because I pulled it out of my works in progress trunk.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you're working on my Charmander?" And she was very excited. And then I felt like even more of a horrible mom because I'm horrible. So yeah. So after I finish the tail, then I have to do a white strip for the tail and sew it all together.
Awesome. So you're pretty close.
Kind of. I still have to do the tail and the white strip and sew it all together and then figure out how to do the little fire part. Either I could crochet it with yarn, obviously, or use felt. So I might just crochet it because I don't have the colors in felt.
Okay.
And I'm just not that good at cutting things, so.
Yeah.
You know.
I have tried doing, those monsters with the teeth. I've tried doing felt, and, it takes me forever to get something I like. And then, to attach it, I've not found something that sticks good to the yarn and the felt to bond it. Anyways, so I embroider teeth on monsters. That's
just
my
easier
thing.
That way.
Yeah.
So I'm also working on my Stitch Surfers again. And I officially have a heel.
Love it.
And I've started surfing to the left. On the upper part. I can hold it closer for you to see. See?
Very pretty.
Okay. But that's all the works in progress that I have going.
Cool. I have another monster. This one's for Leah. That's the body, not stuffed, obviously. And I'm working on the arms.
Which pattern is that?
It's Dot, the basement monster, maybe, or I don't know which monster it is. But it's from the Knitted Book of Monsters. Or the Big Book of Knitted Monsters.
The Knitted Book of Big Monsters?
The Big Book of Knitted Monsters. What did I say?
Kidding.
I'm so confused. Dot the dress-up monster. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that is fun.
Leah picked it.
I could tell because it's pink and purple.
Yeah, well, she wanted just purple with, like, the other things pink, but this is pretty much all I had of the purple, so I did the first part in pink so that I could do, like, the main part of the body in purple. I'm using scraps. So that's it.
Wow, this is going to be a very, very fast one.
I know. We're going to have a short episode, but I figure it's better than nothing. Right?
You totally froze. I didn't hear anything that...
I said it's going to be a short episode, but I said I figure it's better than nothing.
Right. Short and sweet and to the point. So, you spin me right round, which I'm spinning right now. So I can go. I finished my newt. I finished it. Done. 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 Actually,
Yay!
it's so done that I packed all of the yarn and fiber up into their own respective Tupperware totes and put them in storage.
That's probably an awesome feeling, right?
Yes. Then, while I was doing that, I pulled out all my other fiber to try and figure out a newt for this term. So I pulled out all my fiber that was the same to see what I had, and Andy was like, "Don't you think you have enough?" And I said, "You can never have enough." And then I proceeded to lay out across the whole living room section. Like,
you're supposed to do that when the husband's
all that
away.
Stuff. Okay. So I laid it out all across the living room. And I had sections. I had a merino section, a BFL section, and a merino silk section that were the biggest that I can use for that I could do as for a mashup sweater, because I'm going to do another mashup sweater. And then I looked at my BFL and I really didn't like the colors together at all, because I had like an oatmeal dyed base BFL and then I had like regular, like plain BFL.
Okay.
So I didn't like how those were meshing, and the colors were kind of like they didn't go well together. And then I had all the merino. I took out one 4-ounce braid that was red because it didn't really go with it. And this is what I have. So when I first started spinning, I went to a fiber thing, probably Pittsburgh Knit and Crochet Show, and I bought 2 bags of merino. They're now into one bag because I took pictures for Jessica. So I had this for the merino, so that's 16 ounces. And then I pulled out all my other merino. So this one is a Nerd Girl yarns, which I've been saving because I love the colors and so much. This one's Screwdriver, a Sonic one, and other stuff. And it's super beautiful, but I've been saving it, but I was like, what better way to use her fiber but in a sweater that you wear.
Exactly.
And then I have this one that I also have been saving. It's like Heavenly Wools. It's from New Zealand. It's called Pretty Boy Long Repeat. So it's made for like long repeats, obviously.
Really?
But I was like, it's the merino. And then I have... I thought I had more. I had these merinos. This was a Shadow and Fiber Arts. She has clubs where she sells them like mashup sets, and this one is the Shire and Bilbo Baggins. I did this club, and it's beautiful. And like I said, I thought I had another one. Let me look at my picture.
No, because that would be another 16 ounces, right? Oh, you did have another one. You had 36 ounces.
I have to look at my picture. I'm sorry. Well, that's 8, and this is 8. I thought I had another Nerd Girl Yarns one. I have to look at the picture. I'm sorry. I thought I brought them all over here, but they might have fallen out. Well, originally I was thinking of doing doing more on my sock yarn, remember? And I couldn't figure out how to do them together without seaming. Yeah, there is one more Nerd fiber. It's all green. I can't tell you what the color is, but I got it in a swap. I can show you the picture.
Is it
it's
this
the middle
one?
One right there. Yep. What's the name of that one?
Stringy but tasty all the same.
Yeah, it's that one. I don't know where it is. I must have like pulled it out and put it somewhere.
Stole it.
I hope I can find it. Oh, I know where it is. It is in the sewing room because I was taking pictures for a shop update and I was using it as my prop. That is where it is, which is why it's not here to show you. So that's what I have. And then I was thinking, before I spin this, I should probably think of a sweater to knit with it, so I know what weight of yarn to spin for and how much I need. So I was looking and I was like, while I like my Idlewood, it's a pullover and I mostly wear cardigans. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I want to knit a cardigan. So I was looking through and I found some that were okay, but they didn't really excite me. And then I saw the calligraphy cardigan. And I remember Barkin Knit, she had
it's red.
Knit it and she said it was her favorite.
I know. I've wanted to make it ever since then.
Right. And that was probably like a year or two ago that she said that. And I've had it in my queue. Actually, I had the gooseberry one or whatever in my queue. But it's by Hannah Fettig. But if you click on that picture, because it was in a knit scene. And I can't remember if I have that knit scene. I have to go look through my thing. Like, I have it in my queue. And I think I have the magazine, but I don't know. So, if you click on it to buy it, you can either you have that magazine, or it says you can buy this pattern here, and you click on it and it takes you to the calligraphy cardigan.
Okay.
So if anything, I'll just buy that pattern. But anyways, so I was looking and I was like figuring for my size, I would need to spin about 2,300 yards of DK weight. So I was looking at my fiber and I was like, I'm not sure that I'll have enough with the 36 ounces that I have. So I talked to Jessica because I'm on like
spot on
a buy. Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't want to like chance it, you know? Right. So I talked to Jessica and we traded 8 ounces of fiber. I had some BFL, previously mentioned in this podcast, that I traded to spin. And she dyed some yarn for me, or fiber for me.
I'm going to drop my phone again.
That is what it is. So she dyed it to kind of match the base. So I think
it's a little brighter. You'll have to split it
right,
up.
But that's okay. Well, I'm thinking, right now I'm sampling. So then, okay, this is like a long drawn out process, and I haven't even proposed my new. So then I'm like, well, I should sample. And I'm like, I don't want to take away from the ounces that I need to sample. So I'm like, fat fiber samples.
Boom.
Brainstorm. So I went in because I saved them all in their own little, like I save them, like I take them out of the fat fiber box and I put them in like a big Ziploc bag with other fat fiber samples to do like a mashup or a core spun.
Like a monster yarn.
Right. So I went through and I pulled out all the merino ones and I started spinning, and then I had like some base yarn that I spun, and then I had like the pretty little samples, which are like super mini rovings that I split up to do like a mashup. So I'm doing them 2 ways. Here's the picture of that. Can you see that?
It's like way bright. There we go.
There we go. So it's on Instagram. So they're like little mini things. So I split them up. So then I took those and I split them in half. So I have half for the one sampling, because I was going to try a Navajo 4-ply, and then I'm going to just do a true 3-ply to do a true mashup. But, like, I'll be keeping this 16-ounce fiber and the one you dyed for me as the common denominator, is what I'm calling it. So it's, like, similar throughout there's, like, one strand similar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I finished the sample the end ply 4-ply. The Navajo ply 4-ply. 4-ply, I don't know how the heck
I call it a Navajo 4-ply, an N 4-ply.
Right.
Is what
so
I
finished
hashtag
that,
as.
like, 10 minutes before we started podcasting.
Sweet.
No, just kidding. It was probably an hour because I started spinning the other one that's going to be just a 3-ply.
Okay.
So, and I was using my I spin toolkit to make sure I had the right thing, and I laced the flyer for that one. For this one, the 3-ply, I have not laced the flyer because I need it a little bit thicker than 54 wraps per inch. I need it like 40. So anyways, this is what I got.
It's pretty.
And while I like it, I ran out of the base common denominator yarn fiber. So then I had to, like, quick pull out my Nasta Pine and make it, and then, like, finish it with itself with the other yarn. So I'm not sure I will do the 4-ply. I think I might just do the 3-ply mashup.
Okay.
Even though I really like how this turned out. But, like, you can see, like, the green there is all the same yarn, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not, like, washed and thwacked or anything. But it turned out really nice. Like, I wasn't sure because one of the fibers that I was spinning was, like, oranges and pinks and purples.
And
then the others were, like, greens. And then I had, like, a fluorescent one, like, bright electric blue and bright green. And so I wasn't sure if it would look good, but it does. Let's see if I can. Okay.
That's, like, my new favoriteest way to spin ever.
So I'm not sure if I would get enough
yardage
with my common denominator. Like, if I have twice as much, I have 16 plus 8 is what, 24? So I have 24 ounces of the common denominator yarn. So I might have enough, because then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I have 20 ounces of the mashup yarn. It might work that way. I don't know, because I do like the 4-ply. I like the roundness of it, but I haven't finished my 3-ply yet, so I would.
I just kept an eye.
But I'm spinning the last.
Oh, you froze.
What did you say? You cut out.
You froze. Yeah, I was gonna say I kept an eye on the bobbins as I was doing the 4-ply M-ply, because the first one I did, I had 4 ounces of one and 3 of the other. So, like, I just tried to, like, even them out, you know, as you switch. So the striping isn't always, like, the same or whatever, but.
Yeah, I think I like it, so I'm not sure. I have to figure it out. Like, I really do like how this turned out. Like, and it surprised me because I picked samples that didn't match, like, on purpose. Yeah. Even though, like, most of my colors kind of go well together anyways. I did like ones that didn't match because I wanted to make sure it would look okay. And then there were some that, like, matched, and there were some that didn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, the base yarn was a purple and blue and gray.
Okay.
A magenta, blue and gray, not purple. So that's the base yarn. And then for this the 3-ply mashup, what I did is I split them in half again and mashed them up. Like, if I was going to do a mashup, it would just be a 2-ply, but I wanted a 3-ply. So, and then I put them in line, and I spun the ones I wanted together. I put them in line, you know, and then I spun down the line. And then on the third bobbin, I'm spinning down the second line, the ones that I wanted to be mashed up together. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Like,
I'm not
normally
right now, but.
Okay, normally you would take this and this and mash them together.
Yes.
So what I did is I split these in half, and I took half, and I'm like, I want these two to be mashed up together, so I put it in line here and it in line here. So this is one bobbin, and this is the other bobbin, so
Okay.
they would be matched up together.
That
Like
sounds...
my so that's what I'm doing right now. So we're gonna see if it works.
Okay.
So hopefully it does. But then after that, I will hopefully be able to propose my newt.
Awesome. And I just sent out your fiber today. It took forever to dry.
That's okay. You said it was muggy. I don't mind. I sent yours out the other day. I don't remember when. It should have sent you an email though.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, and on top of all that, remember me complaining about Tour de Fleece and how I suck at it?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll just post what I did for the one post. So I did. I won a prize. How awesome is that?
Very awesome.
It was from Knitting Ninja MD. She's in Slytherin. And she
gave you
a gift certificate. I was trying to think of what it was. She gave me a gift certificate to an online fiber purchase. And then she said, go ahead and pick whatever you want as your online fiber purchase. So I was looking at all the shops, and then I looked at Paradise Fibers because you talk about them a lot.
Hmm?
And I found some wool that I wanted, and so I told her, and so she gave me a gift certificate to Paradise Fibers, and then I redeemed it today.
Awesome.
So we'll see if it comes. Though there was a lot of the fiber that I wanted last night, but then when I went to order it, I think some of it might be on back order, so it might take a while to get.
I was gonna say they're pretty good on shipping. I ordered some new dye from them, I think just on Sunday night, and I got it today.
Oh, that's cool.
Sunday to Wednesday, so yeah. Which they didn't have to like split it or anything like they do with wool. Usually that takes a little longer, but not too much unless it's on back order. But
which I think it might have, because they had like ended up ordering 32 ounces.
Well, if it was in stock though when you ordered it, then it should be in stock.
Half of it I think was in stock.
Oh.
Like there was a lot last night, and then when I went to order it today, it was down considerably.
I see. Cool.
That's all that I have for spinning.
Awesome.
Wait, can we pause it for real quick?
Okay, we're back. Is it my turn now?
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, are you spinning anything?
Not necessarily, but I have spinny things to talk about.
Okay.
Well, first up, I dyed that yarn for you, but I also, or fiber for you.
Mm-hmm.
But while I was... What?
I totally appreciate that.
Oh, no, it's fine. Well, while I had been meaning to do some dyeing anyways, because I was running low on my Rolag supplement fiber. Anyway, so I dyed up. This is all BFL.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I did a bunch of that. And I dyed alongside it some faux cashmere, which I had been using just white.
Ooh, pretty.
But it is so soft. Like, well, you felt it, but it's so soft. It's like so slippery. I wouldn't want to spit it on my own or its own too often or anything. I've done it before. But to add in, so yeah, lots of, I mean, the same colors, but fun. Oops, I grabbed one.
So, it took the dye differently though, right?
Well, it's like the way I had it laid down, it soaked it up on the top and I didn't flip it over and dye the bottom. Oh. Which is fine because I'm just going to use it to, to blend in, so. I just wanted it for little bits of color and whatnot. Secondly, my newt. I decided on and proposed a newt and it was accepted. I am going to clean 2 fleeces. Fleece.
Please.
One is 3 pounds of Cormo. which actually it's not like an entire fleece because I bought just 3 pounds from someone. Anyways, I brought down the raw stuff. So,
cool.
This is the Cornmeal. Let's see if I can get the
gross part.
I was gonna say the crimp, the pretty part.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna show us the gross part that you have to clean.
Well, I do. The tips are kind of dirty. It wasn't a covered animal, I don't think. Can you see?
Oh, that's so pretty.
Can you see the crimp?
Yeah.
So I had it out taking pictures to propose my newt, and Trubin comes in the room. He's like, "Oh, that smell." And I was like, "What? You don't like it?" He's like, "Well, I like the fleece, but the smell." Oh, and he's like, was totally like, "I'm not dissing you." It was really cute, and I was like, "You don't like the smell?" But it was funny. Anyway, so really nice crimp. Cornmeal is like one of my favorites, but I actually ended up washing some of it, and it's actually drying right down here. So here's the wash stuff next to the dirty. A little whiter, not as cream colored. This is a cleaner part. Some of the, let me grab a, and it's not dry yet. It's still wet. Some of it has like dirty tips.
Yeah.
That will come out as it dries. I'll shake it.
Yeah.
And so some of it'll come out. The tips won't. But that comes out when I card or flick it before carding, or I use my picker. A lot of stuff falls out. So I'm not too worried about that. So I have 3 pounds of that. I washed 2 so far, and I was testing out the Simple Green and Dawn solution that you used last term. And I liked it. It worked pretty well from what I see so far. I'll wait till it's dry and really feel it. I was a little worried because I think I bought that fleece like a year ago, and it had been sitting, and you're really not supposed to do that. You're supposed to clean it and get the lanolin off, because sometimes it can like become
yucky,
gunky, and
rancid,
gummy and rancid. Anyway, it didn't smell that. It wasn't that bad. It just smelled like a sheep. That's why Trubin was saying that. I personally like the smell of raw fleece. Like, I don't know, like not like I'd rub it all over myself, but like I like it. Anyways,
the barn smell.
What?
The barn smell?
Yeah.
It smells like a barn to me.
I know, and I like it. I don't know. I just do. Okay, so here is... I only brought down a couple schniblets of it. I'm also doing a Border Leicester fleece that I also purchased online. There's someone I'm friends with on Facebook, and she owns her own little farm.
Can I be friends with her on Facebook?
Sure. Her name is Lori Brown. I think I bought wool from her Etsy shop a while back, and then somehow we became friends on Facebook. And anyways,
like, can I be friends with her on Facebook? And you're like, sure, even though she has to be the one to approve it. But I'm like, I need Facebook friends that send me yarn.
Anyways, so this is the Border Leicester. A lot of it has the brown tips, and it's like a gray, and then some of it has like the blonde tips.
That's just like the sun bleached it.
Yeah. But it's super pretty. I washed up when I first got it, just like this much of it. So soft. I'm so excited to use this. I can't wait.
Speaking of cleaning fleece, because I just did a newt for that. That crimp is so nice.
It's like
hair.
Boing, 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 boing.
Yeah.
So, I love it.
One thing I learned from cleaning fleece last term is I love Cornmeal, but my Cornmeal was like, I had washed it earlier, remember, because I had tried it and it was just not working, so that I gave up cleaning fleece for like a year. So I was looking at the skeins that I had spun, and I really like the Suffolk, whatever, that I had cleaned. It was like kind of yellowy like that your Cormo, and it turned super white, and then when I spun it, it's like super bright white.
Yeah.
So like you think it's gonna be like, and it had dirty tips too. But I was looking at the yarn that I had spun, and I liked the Suffolk like puffed up and everything. And the Cormo, of course, the one that I spun was the stuff that I had previously carded, if that makes sense. So it wasn't the stuff that wasn't carded, if that makes sense. So, but I do have to say, when I was putting my stuff away, because I have a purple tub that I put my hand spun in. I need an IKEA shelf like you have to put my hand spun in, but I don't have one. So it goes into a purple tub and is safe. Just saved there. I should display it, but I found from the failed owl or newt, whatever I did when I first had my Cormo fleece, I found spun up stuff that I had started spinning, and I just couldn't do it because it was so sticky and it wasn't working, and I was very frustrated. And so I used the last of my had bought one thing, and I just used the last of it and Dawn and cleaned it like I was cleaning the fleece, and got the lanolin out of the previously spun Cormo. So it's over there drying. I was going to tell you this, I didn't. So I like rewashed it to get like the stickiness out of, and it worked to get the stickiness out of a spun
I would think so.
I got it like super hot, and I let it sit there.
Basically, I mean, because if it's sticky, it just has some lanolin left in it that you didn't get all the way out. So, yeah.
Yeah. So like, you were saying like you left it for a year. I think if it's longer than a year, it goes really bad, like gets gummy. Because I mean, I had that fleece for at least a year, maybe 2, and it was still okay. But I'm planning on that Cormo that I spun that I didn't like. I think I'm going to dye it this term for class and maybe knit hats for people. Because
why didn't you like it?
Because I hadn't cleaned all the lanolin out, and then I had spun, and so it just it didn't it's like heavy and thick because it was like clump. You know, like when you have lanolin, it's hard to spin. It doesn't like
the one you just washed.
These are the ones that I had spun before. The ones that I just washed, I like better.
Oh, okay.
The ones that I did with my newt, I like it. It works totally fine. But this is the ones that I did the first time.
Okay.
My failed newt that I was doing, and then I just like went in and said, I can't do this anymore because it's not turning out how I wanted, basically, is what I... So I think I'm going to take that, and since it's not anything that I can really use because it's so thick and thin, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I was looking at the because I sampled all those fleeces that I made, that I cleaned, and I spun up a portion of it. I think I really want to make a sweater out of the Suffolk and the Lincoln Borderleister and the Cormo. I just need to...
She wants to make like 5 sweaters this term. Get on that.
I need to send you my my stuff and have you card it for me. Because the hand carder that I have, like a crank one, just not gonna cut it. But yeah, I need, or maybe I'll just start saving, and maybe my Christmas gift can be an electronic carder. That's it. I'm sorry I totally took over your newt.
That's okay.
I'm excited. Like, I love the whole cleaning of the fleece. Like, it was so much fun doing it. Like, it was a lot of work. Like, that was the most hardest newt ever. I cleaned 7 fleeces.
Did you count up how much weight it was? I was going to ask you that earlier today.
Well, I don't really have anything that would weigh that. No, I didn't. Because then I put them in, like, vacuum seal bags and sucked the air out. Like, the alpaca were probably about I don't know, maybe 2 pounds at the most when they were clean. Well, alpaca's really fluffy. So I had 2 alpacas and then 3 fleece that I cleaned. And then I had like a pound and a half of other stuff. So that was a lot of weight. But I think the original of the suffix was a 9-pound fleece, but that was with grease and stuff in it, and that thing was greasy.
So maybe like 7-ish at the...
Yeah. And I know the Lincoln Borderleister was 7 pounds, and I know the Cormo was 4.
Awesome.
So that was like the original how I bought them from Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Right.
So, I think that they, you know, you probably lost a pound or 2. Like the Cormo didn't have as much grease as the Suffolk did, and the Lincoln Borderleister didn't have that much either.
So you're like in the 15 to 20 range there.
It was a lot. And then I had like the pound and a half of the Jacob, which I did not like. I don't know if it was Jacob. It's a mystery wool because I don't remember what it was, but it was gross. It was like not soft wool. Like I think if I spin it, I will use it for felting.
Yeah. Or weaving a rug.
Yeah. So
no, that's cool.
But I just love the whole cleaning thing. Like I wish I had. I wish for 2 reasons. I wish I had a stove in the basement. 1 for canning, 2 for cleaning fleece because it got so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even funny. Like I wouldn't dry my fleece down in the basement, but I would totally get the water hot and let the
you
do the
could. Why not?
Well, my basement is like not
musty,
finished. Yeah, like I have a dehumidifier down there, so I wouldn't dry the fleece down there. I would keep it upstairs.
Yeah.
But we don't have a finished basement. It's an unfinished basement, but it's not like a dungeon basement. It's a basement.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No,
it's got concrete.
The more I clean fleece or dye or whatever, like I really want a studio, or at least, you know what I mean? Like I want like a place where I can have everything to do it. And more efficiently because it's whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, my newt.
Sorry, go back to you. I'm sorry. I'm done.
I'm going to clean 3 pounds of Cormo, 6 pounds of the Border Leicester, which is how you pronounce it.
Like Uncle Lester, but go on.
Yes. I keep like saying it in my mind, trying to like
Lester.
hold on to it. So I'm going to clean those, and then I'm going to use the Leicester, the Border Leicester as is. I'm not going to dye it, I don't think. Maybe I'll over dye it a little bit, but I didn't put that in my proposal.
It would be darker colors then.
Well, which would be cool.
Yeah.
We'll see after it's washed. I'm going to dye up all the Cormo into various colors. And then I am going to make Rolegs. 15 pounds of Rolegs. I'm going to add, other fibers, merino, Polworth, BFL, whatever I have on hand, to it, and make a ton of Rolegs.
That is a crap ton.
Seriously, like, I don't even know how I'm going to keep track of it all. I'm just, like, pushing that out of my head. I think I'm going to take pictures in 1 pound batches. So that I can be like, here's a pound of this, here's a pound of that. So yeah. I'm doing potions and care of magical creatures, and I'm making a paddock. So I am going to do 6 different colorways, and I did different creatures. So, but like within those creatures, I'm going to have like different variations of them, is what I'm thinking. So I'll have like
because no 2
unicorns
are the same.
And I'll have like a couple different sets of Rolegs that are unicorns, and like that kind of thing. And then of the 15 pounds, I'm going to spin 12 ounces of it, which I'll do 2 ounces of each creature colorway. Then I'm knitting 4 other creatures, which I think I said were troll and gnomes, which is the monsters.
Fairies?
I think I said gnomes.
I don't remember what you said.
2 gnomes and 2 trolls, which
I figured
the monsters from the Knitted Book of Monsters can like be that. Or that's what they're going to be. That's what I'm saying they are. So, Crazy Pants is what it is. I'm a little worried. Like, I figured out how many Rolags I would make in a week and multiplied. That's how I got the 15 pounds. Like, and that's if I'm on top of things, which I have never been.
You've been ahead of the game, that's what.
What do you mean?
Seriously? Like, you're always, like, done early.
Right.
You can totally do it.
Oh, I'm sure I can. But like 15 pounds is a lot.
It is. It sounds like a lot, but take it in 4 months. Yes.
Well,
there's about 4 weeks a month,
well,
right?
I did it for 3 months because I figured the first part is going to be washing and dyeing.
But I'm saying, like, you have
up the caramel and the other stuff.
Then in 3 months, there's 12 weeks, right?
Yeah, so I have 5 pounds a month that I have to do.
Right, so that's a pound and a quarter a week. You can totally do that. I have confidence after my crazy newt last month and last term and everything that we went through last term, and I finished that thing.
Yeah.
And I finished that thing, like, in the day. Like, it wasn't in the wee hours of the night that I finished it. It was during the day. So, like, if I could do that,
yeah,
you could totally do that.
Yeah.
I have confidence in you.
No, I do too. I'm just saying. It's going to be a lot. I'm excited, though.
Well, I think newts are when you, like, first propose them and do them, you're like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? And then as you start doing it, you do, like, baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier.
So, yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, so make a plan of baby steps.
I am. I'm washing stuff right now. And it's, like, so
Perfect.
muggy here that it's, like, not drying, and it's annoying me. And I don't have a spin cycle in our washer, so I can't even, like... Ooh, maybe I should use our salad spinner to get out some of the extra moisture. Yes?
Do you have a laundromat near you?
Oh. Yeah, did you do that?
No, I have a laundry...
I would feel kind of weird coming with, like, my wet fleece. Like, just need to use the spin cycle.
I mean, you pay for it. Or ask your neighbor if you can use their washing machine.
Yeah, I don't think so.
See if you can get someone's washing machine, like someone at a garage sale. It's garage sale season. For $25. Keep it out in your garage and just use it for wool.
That would actually be kind of cool. But yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm excited. I love fleece cleaning. It's way fun.
I still think you should go to the laundromat. Why not?
That would be actually really
I'm
awesome.
sure they have weirder stuff. I'm sure.
Probably. All right.
Like, we lived in an apartment and had to use a laundromat for a year. When we first moved here, they've had weirder stuff than someone spinning out their wool.
That's funny.
That is funny. Okay, so we're on to gym.
Yep. How are you doing? I hear you now. How are you doing with gym?
Okay. I worked out on Monday.
Yay.
I did the Charmander belly and tail. And I did, like, one of the pre-programmed workouts on our bike.
Okay.
For 30 minutes. And I was going to get up today and work out, but I just slept in.
That happens.
It does.
I've been doing the T25 still. I've been doing pretty good. Doing it daily. Well, 5/6 days a week. The program has you doing, like, double days on Friday. And I'm sorry, but there's no way I'm doing 2 of those workouts in one day. So I did Friday and Saturday. Though, today I did not do it because I had a lot going on. And I didn't want to cancel our podcasting for it. Again.
Because we canceled it last night.
I did it last night because I worked out, like, right before dinner, and then I didn't shower and I was gross. And anyways, But I'm doing well with it, and I need to like start getting up early and doing it first thing, because like I've been doing it like right before lunch, and then the last couple days was right before dinner, and like it's just crazy, and then I'm gross and I don't like it. So I need to do it in the morning. I need to get up earlier, or at least just do it right away and not, yay, sit on the computer or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it's going well. I'm on week 3 of it. But that's that.
Cool.
Randomness. Sorry.
I just finished my thing randomly,
Awesome.
which I showed you. So I need to apply, and then I can maybe propose a newt before the week is up.
Awesome, you should.
But not tomorrow, because I'm going on a yarn crawl all day with adults and no children. Can I just stress how, like, I don't even really know the people I'm going with, but I don't care. Like,
it's okay.
No, I mean, I know the one lady, but everyone else I don't know. But I mean, you know, knitters, you don't really have to know them to get along with them.
Exactly.
At least in my experience. So. But I'm super, super excited. So I saved a little bit of money for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy anything because, as Andy pointed out to me,
you have a lot.
I have enough. But if I see something, I probably will. I definitely don't need any more sock yarn. Because that's like my go-to buy thing.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have a huge tub full of it, but I don't need it. That's why I was thinking, I'm like, I need to do this sock yarn blanket, but then I was thankfully talked down.
I did my job. You told me if you ever, I could probably go back and find the podcast where you're like, if I ever say I'm going to do this stupid thing again, tell me now.
I know. I do remember. And like everyone else was like, dude, go for it. And you were like, I don't think so. You should just do it. Get okay with doing the mitered squares for classes. And I think,
someone else.
Soprano 1, that's Lauren, right?
Yeah.
She was just like, yeah, no. And then Lamb Chop 007, which is not really her name, but
she's a secret agent.
That's what we call her. She's totally awesome. She was like, no, she was like, I think you should do it with classes with me. So I was like, okay, fine. And then I was like, I want to spin for a sweater. So I still have to figure out like where I would put it in for classes. Probably Transfiguration.
Your mitered squares?
No, my spin for class. Transfiguration and potions, maybe.
Sure.
Because it's going to be a mashup, so I'm definitely playing with color.
You are.
And then I'm thinking Transfiguration, sizing down my stash, which I totally am, right?
It's also called vanishing.
Oh yeah, that's what I couldn't think of the technical. I'm like an idiot. I'm sorry. And you guys are like, and she's a nude examiner. She's awesome.
That's okay. I had the hardest time like making my own proposal. I had you, obviously, you know this, but I had Allena come and look at my proposal like 50 times because I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I'm like totally helpful that way. I'm totally awesome like that.
She was.
So if you need help, just ask. But not in the thread. Ask me like out of the thread. Like it gets crazy in there.
Personally.
So ask me like EM or something else.
Yes.
I could totally help. I'm like good with coming up with ideas for other people, not necessarily for myself.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were saying it's like super muggy. It's like super cool here and awesome.
Well, we just had a cool day though. Like last night was really cold. Like it was nice and chilly when I woke up this morning, which was fabulous. But like during the day, it's like so sticky and gross. Yet it's not like really super hot. It's not like overly hot where the kids want to go swimming. It's just
muggy.
like muggy and gross, and I feel icky, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And
so
my fiber doesn't dry.
Yeah. We had triple ABA, which is baseball. Like minor league baseball. But they still get paid. But they have a tournament in Johnstown every year in August. And that would be right now. So we went to a game, and can you please tell me, Madison is on her phone 24/7. I sent her a text. Why does she not get it for 20 minutes and then say, oops, I forgot? Because I sent her a text, don't forget to bring the sunscreen. Oops, I forgot, like 20 minutes later. And so I have burned legs.
You need to, like, next time put it on Facebook and tag her and put it on Instagram. Like, put it on, like, 50 different things.
Seriously? Like, seriously.
That's funny.
And then, you know, so I was kind of cranky about that. But not too much, because my legs were Casper white, so now they're going to be a little bit colored. They might be red, but it's a color.
It is a color.
It is. But, I mean, it'll fade to a somewhat tan.
Yeah.
But no, but anyway, so we went to a game today, and it was okay. I mean, it's baseball. I could care less about sports, really. I mean, that's really bad of me to say. Like, Andy loves it, and so whatever.
You don't have to like it just because he does.
No, like, I want to support him in his interest, because he's really good about, like, knitting and stuff. Like, I mean, come on. For our anniversary, we go to the Pittsburgh Knit and Crochet Show.
Yeah, that's totally awesome.
It is. So, I want to support him in that, but at the same time, I don't like getting sunburned.
Right. That's understandable.
So I was a little cranky about that. But other than that, it wasn't like super hot. It was like in the 70s, like 75 maybe.
Yeah.
Super awesome. And my garden, I have a ton of cucumbers. A ton. So much that we've been having cucumbers every meal. Except for breakfast.
Times 10.
I'm sorry. And the zucchini, like, we had so many zucchini, I took them to church for my Bible study, and the ladies were like, because I knew some of the ladies, they used to have a garden, but they didn't have it this year. Mm-hmm. So I took some extra zucchini, because normally when you have zucchini, people are like, oh, I have a ton of it, I don't need it.
Right.
But I knew that some of the ladies didn't, so I took it, and they were, like, so excited about it. So I was, like, happy that I was able to, like, make their day.
That is cool.
Speaking of making my day, something made my day the other day, and I don't remember what it was now.
I don't know. So, because you're not...
Oh, it was winning the Tour de Fleece. Never mind, but go on.
I was saying, since you're not going to remember, I actually won... You won the Tour de Fleece. No, I'm just kidding.
I win!
I won the Tour de Fleece, too. But for Acreworks.
Did you get that cool sculpture he made?
No, I didn't win that. Oh. But I got a $25 Etsy gift card.
Oh.
So I have $25 waiting in my account for me to pick something, and I'm having a very hard time.
Well, I do remember you telling me you wanted something from Star Knits.
True. But here's the thing. I looked on Etsy. I have not bought anything since any fiber. Like, I think I bought a bag or two from you last year. But any fiber for over a year. Over a year. Like September or October from Etsy. I bought fiber for my shop to dye and to make Rolex and sell, but I don't count that. I'm talking about, like, fiber for me to spin. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Shut up. No, do you know what I mean? Like, do you count your fabric that you buy to sew and sell?
Well, I don't really just have fabric for not sewing.
Well, whatever. Think of it like that.
I do. I'm totally teasing
Like, because I don't buy it for me just to, like, spin it all. Like, it's to sell. So, like, I haven't just bought, you know, a dyed braid of fiber or two. Well, actually, I did for my birthday. I lied. I just lied. Oh, I'm done. I got that Nerd Girl yarn stuff, but that was for my birthday. That was birthday fiber.
But that's not from
Since
Etsy.
before that, it was a year.
But that's not even on Etsy.
No. But it's still buying. But
Yeah.
seriously, like, so I did, like, cold sheeping for myself, like, for a good year. I'm very, very happy with that. Also, I chopped off my hair.
Oh, really?
I'm sure
I
you
couldn't tell.
can all see now. I donated 11 inches to children with hair loss.
Awesome.
Yeah. I chose that one because they do not charge the recipients for the wigs, which I know other places do.
Yeah.
And they take 8 inches or more. I had 11. Or even, actually, she said some was more than 11. Because I had 4 different, like, ponytails that she cut off. Anyways, so I was excited about that. And I'm digging the shortness. And, like, it's so weird. Like, I used to have to, like, flip my head to put a towel on, you know, like, to dry your hair off. And it's, like, so weird because there's, like, nothing there. It's still getting used to it. But yeah. Oh, did I not? Hold on.
You did not.
Shoot. Oh, I left them in the other room. I got my socks from Hazel.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
For the cardio sock. Cardio knitting. How did we call that?
Our cardio sock swap.
Whatever. Yeah. So I got them, and they're awesome, and they fit, like, perfectly. And if you're in our group, you've probably already seen them because I posted pictures.
Yeah, and they're pink. And she was worried that you wouldn't like it, and I'm like, she's gonna love it.
No, they're totally awesome. I have pictures. They're pink and orange and green and brown, or maybe purple, whatever. They're totally
purple.
They're totally pretty, and I love them. And they, like, oops, it's like that. They fit perfectly. And she's like, it's only my second heel flap, or not heel flap, fish lips, kiss, whatever, heel. Like, she did an awesome job. They're totally great. I love them. And there's orange in them, and they're great. And they sparkle. Yes. So I was excited. So thank you, Hazel. I love them. It's not really cold enough to wear them yet, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I also got, my Pancake and Lulu Fiber of the Month Club for July.
Ooh, what's it look like?
I forget. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. This is called Nymph. It's pretty. So that'll go in the pile with my mashup.
To be
mashup thing. So I'm excited about that. But that's pretty much it, I think.
Can we talk about goals for this term?
Sure.
Do you have any?
I want to finish my newt.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Mine is to use more of my hand spun. I was looking through my hand spun, and I have a lot. I need to use it. So if you see me casting on a project this term that's not my hand spun, you need to yell at me and ask me why I'm not using my hand spun.
See, the only thing I have issues with, though, well, I have a lot of, like, shawl type hand spun. Some of it, though, like, you only have one skein of it, so it's like you're either going to have a lot of hats or scarves or towels or mittens. And, like, how many of those things can you have? I don't know.
I don't know either. But I just want to use more of my hand spun. Like, someone in the Newt thread is doing
yes.
a new, and she's, like, spinning yarn and then knitting with it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, like, making hats for ear warmers and fingerless mitts, I think.
Something.
All kinds of stuff. And so I'm like, I need to do that. I need to knit with my hand spun. I'm like, I'm spinning it all, and then I'm hoarding it like a dragon. And I need to stop that. And then it's not even like on display. I'm like kind of put out that I don't have shelves. I need to get shelves.
Just start building shelves like one at a time around like the upper part of your room, your walls, and like, or even like hooks on the wall, and just start hanging them randomly.
I actually have hooks that we have for our stockings that we had put up this past year.
Okay.
And they're still up, and now they're like drying hooks. Like I have yarn over there drying right now. But I seriously think I need to get, like, everything has those square shelves. I just need to get them. Actually, I saw at Goodwill one of those for quilts. Those quilt racks. You know? They're like, it looks like a towel rack, but it's like 3 for you're supposed to put your quilts on it. I was thinking maybe I could do something like that and just hang. I don't know. It would get dusty. That's the only thing that I think that's why I keep it hidden, because I don't want it to get dusty.
Yeah, I guess I haven't thought about that.
Well, that's just me, because our house, our front, we live on a busy road, so like coal trucks go by and we get all that coal dust.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I still want to get shelves. I think I need to start saving for shelves just to put my hand spun on.
It's a good idea.
But I need to knit with it more. Like, seriously.
That is a good goal.
It is time to knit with my hand spun. And like, I have I got invited to a baby shower, and I think it's in like a couple of weeks.
You better
I don't know.
that.
I lost the invitation. I put the invitation somewhere that I would not forget where I put it, and I don't remember where I put it.
Of course.
But I need to look through and see when it is. But I think I might knit or crochet her something.
Really? Because that's so odd that you would want to do that.
I know, but I have to find out when it was. But I was thinking, like, you know, like Lala from the Knit Girls?
Yeah.
She always, like, makes baby sweaters, and she, like, gives her hand spun away. How nice is that? And I'm, like, the type where I'm like, no, I'm just going to give them crappy acrylic. Like, she's, like, super nice, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think it all depends on who it's for, too. You know, like if they're going to take care of it. I've given hand-spun things to people.
I do not.
Or I've used it as, like, a yoke of a baby sweater, and then the rest was a washable thing. Which the hand-spun was washable, too. But whatever. Yeah. You should use it more. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, and anyone who's watching can also tell me that.
I think I picked my order mission already.
Really? I haven't even thought that far. I'm still on mute.
I am going to knit the cobblestone pullover for myself.
Oh, well, that is a nice pullover.
I've loved that sweater since I joined Ravelry.
Are you going to use hand spun?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, that's my plan.
Cool. Like, I have... Did I talk about Amazon Prime last week?
A little bit, yeah. You've been watching a lot of stuff because Andy got it?
Well, it's ending on Friday, so I'm, like, trying to fit in all of the second season of Grimm in, like, 3 days.
Oh, that's totally doable. Totally.
But totally not. I've been, like, so busy. Like, I sit down at night and I will get to watch one episode, and then...
You just need to stop doing everything altogether and just sit there and watch and craft.
I cannot do that. I have too much I have to do.
No, I hear you. I did not talk about this. Maybe
Which I think is why my newt is taking me so long to sample for. Like, I've just been so busy. Like, I finally got to sit down today and spin.
My house is a mess. And I have not gotten it in order since who knows when. But every time I turn around, like, the kids want to go do something or want to swim or, like, and I just have not had time.
Yeah, summer is so busy. I hate it. But you were saying you didn't think you talked about it, but go on.
Okay, so I got the third audiobook of The Song of Fire and Ice, which is the Game of Thrones books, at the library. Well, our stupid online library system, it's called the Easy Cat, which is not easy. Well, it is, except for this point. So I go in, and it's discs 25 through 39. Not 1 through 39, 25 through 39. So I have the second half of the book. The stupid thing is so long, they split it up in between.
You don't split up a book.
They did.
That's
and they didn't
retarded.
say so when I clicked, request this. They didn't say, hey, this is 2 things. You might want to request both. So now I'm back on the waiting list for the first freaking half.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm like
stupid.
6 in line again. And like,
That
people
sucks.
take forever. I waited like 3 months for that book. And I got the second half. I'm like, it's not even the first half. If it was the first half, at least I could like listen to part of it.
This is not the best time to tell you. I already have that book in my iTunes.
I know, and we couldn't home share for some reason, and
we need to get a USB cord so we can share.
Yes.
But, I mean, that doesn't help when you're in Wisconsin.
Miles and miles away.
You could come visit, and
I could.
Then I can give it to you.
It would be fun. But yeah, so I was a little irritated with that.
Yeah, that is dumb.
But
I agree.
While figuring that out, I looked up the third book of Discovery of Witches, which is the Book of Life, and they have it on audio, so I requested it. So I'm number 1, which I don't know where it's coming from because I've been on it for like a week and a half now, so I should be getting it sometime soon. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, I am excited for that too because you need to share that with me because my library doesn't even have that.
I'm excited.
But I did get on the list for 4.
Okay.
From Divergent, because she wrote a book called 4.
What?
Yeah. She's writing like the whole series from his point of view, I guess. Or maybe she just wrote a book called 4 and it's about him becoming 4 or something. I'm on the waiting list for that. I'm like 9 out of...
I did not know.
Yeah, like I just found like our library has it, and I'm super excited.
I just got the movie yesterday. It came out.
Oh, that's cool. I did not get it.
I like it.
I'm kind of on like a love-hate teeny bopper thing right now, which I've discussed previously. So
right. Well, this one's less. I mean, it's more like government-y.
Yeah. But see, like I went through and I started listening to the second book and I just could not get into it because it really bugs me when you're listening to or reading a book and the first book is great and then you go into the second book and they like change an integral part of the person. It just bugs the crap out of me.
Have you not read all of them?
No.
Okay.
Remember, I sat there and made Dawn tell me the ending?
Oh, do you know the ending then?
Yes.
Okay.
Which we're not going to spoil it on here.
No, we won't.
But I made Dawn tell me, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to read it. But I do, but I can't get into the second book, like, because Triss changes so much from the first book to the second book.
Yeah, well, she goes through, like, a traumatic experience at the end of the book.
that, but it bugs me. And just some stupid stuff that happens, it just kind of bugs me. And it's not that she just changes so much, it's just that she changes a little bit, but she doesn't change for the better and get smarter. She's still stupid. Like, doesn't clue into it. Like, I'm sitting there, it's glaring you in the face, and you're not picking up on it. I don't know. And then there's the whole teenager angst stuff that I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
So I have taken time off from that, but I still got on the list for 4 because I like 4, and I wouldn't mind reading his point of view.
Yeah.
So yes, that is where I am book-wise.
All right. And with that, we are going to end because even though we didn't have much to talk about, I think we're over an hour already.
Sorry.
Well,
you have to edit out a lot because we...
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. So I hope this makes it and I don't have to try 5 times.
Yes. I'm sure
Anyways.
once you edit out all that crap, it will be a lot less.
Sure. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.